Good evening, Stephen.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
Very well. Good to have you. Now, can you tell us what's happening in Nigeria at the
Thank you very
moment?
much. Thank you. Well, what's happening is something that should have happened a long time ago. I mean, our parents should have stood up for their rights, probably fight for better governance, better living, better amenities, better power, better road, and the likes. So the youths of today have decided to take it upon themselves. Firstly, it started as police brutality. Now, this happens most of the time in Nigeria. You see these guys, they are the special anti-robbery squad. Basically, their work is to apprehend robbers, stop high-profile cases, robberies, and the likes. But they have decided to form a cartel. They mount roadblocks, and then they stop innocent citizens, and then they extort people. Now, it happened in one of the states in Nigeria, Delta State. One of the young guys who is actually who's making a living for himself. They killed him and took his car, and people went crazy, and everybody wanted the president to address it, but he said nothing about it, and that was why the protest started. They started on the mainland, they started on the island, and then other cities and other states joined in the protest, and it became a national thing.
All right, now, Stephen, SARS has been disbanded. Why are people still demonstrating 2 weeks since the first protest?
You see, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Now it looks like the IGP, the Inspector General of Police, does not have a say. Now, when these things started, yes, a lot of Nigerian celebrities stood up to it. The first person that actually wanted to make a protest was Naira Marley, but eventually he got called up by the Nigerian police, and then they had an IG live session, and all of a sudden he decided not to do the protest. But then Runtown picked it up, followed by Faust. He decided to bring people to the toll gate. Now that toll gate, people ply that road every day. If you're driving an SUV, you get to pay 400 naira. I don't know what's that. I think that's like $1 or about. Then if you're driving a saloon car, you get to pay 350, which is less of $1. Now you every day to and fro. So the government is collecting, should I say the government, the owners of those tolls, they are collecting a minimum of $2 from you every day. Now, we're not talking about the bad roads, and we're not talking about the traffic, we're not talking how much time, how much fuel you get to burn in your cars and all of that. So, and then after all that stress, you're getting close to your house, and then there's fast in front of you wanting you to give them more money. It's just crazy. Now, the IGP said they banned SARS after the video met with him in Abuja. But sadly, these guys are still operating at night. They are still extorting people. They are stopping people. Well, rumor has it that they stop people and then they bring out their phones and check if they actually treated NSARS or if they are part of the protest, and then they get to kill them. So that is what people want. That is what we want. We want police brutality to stop. They are supposed to protect us. They're not supposed to attack us. So even though the IGP of police has told them to stop, they are still operating. These guys are still operating. They come out at night, they have guns, and man, it's really sad. So that's why the protest is still on, because the guys are still operating. We want the president to say something about it, but he has said nothing. So until he says something, this might just continue. Yeah.
I can imagine. Now, there has been reports of police killing protesters in Lekki, Lagos. What are authorities saying? And you want the president to say something, but have authorities other than the president said anything over the allegations?
Sorry, I didn't get that. The line was breaking.
Looking at the protests that have been going on in Lekki, what are authorities saying about this? Of course, I know you've mentioned that you'd love to see the president himself speak out on this, but authorities, the police and other forces, are they saying anything on the allegations?
Well, the army put out a tweet a couple of hours ago, early hours in the morning, and said that they were not responsible for the shootings. And then Lagos State government this morning made a statement that there were no casualties, nobody died. But that's the lie. because people died. There are videos on the internet proves that people died. And the police, yeah, they are actually shooting at unarmed citizens. They are going into people's homes. People. There was one I even saw this evening. The guy, I think one of the police guy was telling him, finish him. They never die. Finish him. They're killing people, and then the hoodlums. These guys, they are uneducated. They hardly know what's going on social media. They just hear, oh, they see it on Facebook. Oh, this is what is happening, and then they just take over. So those guys are actually fighting the police and the police on killing innocent people. So I don't know the state of the country right now because I'm a new father. I just gave birth, so I'm trying to stay safe for my family, even though I want the country to change. But at the same time, life is we're just living. We're trying to be alive. We're trying to have a better country, and these guys are just killing us. I'm getting emotional. It's really sad. In my lifetime, I never thought that. Yeah, I never thought anybody would be willing to die for Nigeria. But I mean, people are still coming out, even with the shootings and what have you. It's crazy.
Do you think the protests will continue despite the warning from authorities?
Of course, it will. Yes. The protest is going to be on until the government decides to do what they have to do. Some people are saying the president should be, some people are saying, oh, accountability, this and that. So until the demands are met, the protest will still continue. People are ready to die now. People are ready to give their lives for a change. So regardless of anything, the only thing that can stop the protest right now is if the government, the demand of the people, and probably the president comes to address the people, then the protest might stop. But until that happens, I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
All right, thank you, Stephen.
The people responsible, people responsible for it are actually making sure people are well fed, that sure people are comfortable, they are putting charging spots where you can charge airtime so people can tweet, there are call centers and what have you, just to make everything. People are comfortable protesting. Besides the fact that they're killing them, we're comfortable. So until the government answers, the protest will continue.
All right. Please stay safe for the sake of your newborn son.
Yes. Of course.
All right. Thank you,
Stephen.
Stephen.
Thank you very much.
All right.